Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of getting shot at by this dirty motherfucker.
The game.
The game. Need arrows!
Lizard motherfuckers!
So we did level up. I put a lot of my points into making sure I have a higher critical chance and do more damage when I hit criticals, and also increasing my carrying weight and some more health, you know what I mean, and what have you. So, yeah, so I'm just kind of working my character more towards I was telling Andrew, like, I'm trying to build it so that, like, it doesn't matter whether I'm wielding a bow or a sword, I'm still doing good amounts of damage, you know what I mean, because I see what the fire kind of does, and it's just kind of disappointing, and I'm looking at some of the other spells, and they're pretty much just the same thing, just a different element. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, how do I, there we go. I actually have ice arrows, which I should be using, because they actually do more damage and they freeze them. I wasn't using them because we were in an ice place at one point in time.
It wasn't doing a goddamn thing to anybody.
Right, so now it'll do more damage, but my point is, like, I'm really disappointed in the bow. Like, I thought it was going to be better to have the bow, but honestly...
the whole game, you're like,
I wish I was something else, right, so I'm just kind of disappointed, and that's why I'm just kind of building my character more towards survivability, since we're playing much tougher levels.
Yes.
And that was the other thing. I take less damage from missile damage. That was the other thing, because we keep getting attacked
pretty
long
goddamn
range.
important in this
Yeah,
game,
I'm taking so much less damage now from the spells, and that means a lot to me. Because that's what's been kind of doing the most damage to us, especially in here. So I would highly recommend, if you have the ability, go ahead and start putting points into it, because
I'm just, you know, wording my points.
Yeah, he's trying to be a glass cannon. He hasn't really been upgrading anything, so it's a bit tough.
Get exploded.
What else has been going on lately? I went to a flea market recently.
You live such an insane life.
I do. Look at me going to all kinds of... Oh, I like flea markets. There's nothing wrong with flea markets.
I've been to flea market in years.
Well, this was the biggest one in Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they call it the Saturday flea market. They only have it on Saturdays and Sundays. And it's huge. They have like hundreds of vendors, and it's a big, gigantic building. They have basically a giant flea market outside too, so it's not just inside. They have a big indoor place, you know what I mean, and then they have an outdoor place. It's huge, lots of stuff. Some shops are there permanently, you know what I mean, like they've always been there. They have multiple comic book and video game stores, and
hell yeah,
yeah, all kinds of stuff. Anything you could want and find, they have. I mean, you could even buy like giant stacks of like toilet paper and toothpaste. People are willing to sell whatever they want, you know what I mean, like people sell anything and everything they can.
I don't want to go down here yet. I feel like there's a whole big old area to the right we never explored.
I'm actually quite a huge, because of the hole.
Yeah, and this fucking, like in Dark Alliance 2, the map's kind of off to the side. In this game, they put it like right in the fucking middle.
So you could just go walking along, and all of a sudden, like,
yeah, I'm lucky I saw that.
I'm so glad I put into that deflect missile, because I am taking so much less damage now. It's unreal.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back down here.
Oh, okay, really? Okay.
Anyway,
though, I'm a huge fan of Invader Zim. I've been a huge fan of Invader Zim for a long time, and always thought it was a kind of a disappointment that it ever got canceled, because Nickelodeon's a fucking stupid-ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
They are. They're stupid-ass motherfuckers. And, but I loved Invader Zim, and it always kind of left on a cliffhanger. Did you ever see the last episode? I don't remember.
We watched a lot of that show, and fucking stopped.
Well, it ends on like a Christmas holiday special thing, and it's just a big cliffhanger. Nothing gets resolved. And they're just now finally doing the whole Buffy route, where they're putting it into comic book form.
Yeah,
they're finishing up with the comic book form.
And
since he's the one writing it and doing it, it's actually legit. So I'm real happy about it. And I'm actually, I actually picked up the first couple comics, and I'm reading the comic books to see how it continues on. And they take it with a little bit of like a a bit of wholehearted like jokiness too, which I'm really happy about. For example, like they're pretending like when the show stopped airing, Zim just stopped existing, and everybody thought he was dead. So Dib's just been sitting around waiting for for Zim to come back, and Zim's like, "Oh no, I was just hiding for 15 years." You know what I mean? And everything's still, I'm still trying to conquer the world type of stuff. It was comical. They did it in a funny way, but it's true to the true to the show. They're really just taking it slow and having a good time with it. So that's good. I've been enjoying reading it. Some things I don't understand why they move it to comic book type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, Rick and Morty is still airing right now. You know what I mean? The seasons are still airing. Yeah, my fiance started collecting the comics now, so she has a couple of the comics. But it's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's still airing. That's the thing that like kind of bugs me. It's like if it's still on the air, I understand. Like if your show gets canceled, you want to continue it. That makes sense. People like Andrew aren't going to read it, but it makes sense. You know what I mean? They did the same thing with Avatar. They were like, okay, well we're going to do Korra instead of Avatar, so. Yeah, Avatar, but don't you guys want to know what happened to Aang, in between that time? Well, guess what? The comic books, here you go.
You should have made that a show.
Yeah, they should have, but at least at least they did it in comic book form, so I'm proud of that. I only have one comic, and it's out of order, so I haven't read it yet, but.
So there's a whole big area to the right we never went. It's probably a stupid dead end that we should have went first, but we didn't. Right
now, the comic book I'm looking for is of course.
Right.
Okay. Of course, I'm still big into the. I don't know if I've mentioned it on here, but I'm a big fan of the Saga comic book series. Why is my sword glowing? That usually means enemies are around.
No, sometimes it just glows for fun.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
I wasn't sure. I'm a big fan of the Saga comic book series. Huge about it. Okay. I know I've talked. I've talked about it with you before, but
No, you never have.
Really?
I have no idea.
Wow. Okay. No, there's a comic book series called Saga, and I'm a huge fan of it. It's really getting popular, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy reading it. I have the first 2 volumes, which isn't the individual comics. I have the actual like what would you call like a compendium? You know what I mean? I have like the first couple, a volume where it has multiple issues in one thing. I have the first 2 of those, and it's really enjoyable. And I think you'd like it a lot. It's basically about 2 aliens who are at war. It's kind of a Romeo and Juliet thing. Their two races are at war, but the 2 of them fell in love and had a kid, and now the kid is considered a spawn. You know what I mean? Like everybody's trying to kill the baby and kill them for being traitors, and people are being hired to go down and hunt them down. And it's basically their life and how they fell in love and how they're trying to escape. You know what I mean? It's got kind of a Game of Thrones style where there's multiple you can't tell whether they're heroes or allies or enemies or bad guys who are doing stuff in the background, and they switch chapter to chapter about who they're talking about. You know what I mean? But it's really good. They've actually considered turning it into a TV show, but they said the budget was way too high because it's
way too high.
It's all about aliens and sci-fi, and it's just trying to do it would be very difficult. But it's gotten quite a bit of a following, and it's really good. But I'm also trying to look into the Fables comic book series. Because I started getting into that, and that's really good. I don't own any of the comics, so I'd really like to get my hands on it. But that's pretty much what we did at the flea market. I pretty much just looked at comic books.
That sounds like a fantastic.
I mean, we walked around and looked at stuff, but I pretty much that was the main thing I got.
Dead end like I thought it would be.
Yeah, I don't see you as a big comic book reader.
Yeah, I never got into comic books.
You read manga a little bit, right?
No.
No?
Yeah, I don't really read. I just read books every now and then, if there's a popular series.
Yeah, you only read the popular series, and you seem to read the. You seem like the Hunger Games and Twilight, and you seem to just kind of read I don't know
the Mortal Instruments.
Which I heard the movies are fucking terrible.
They only made one, and now they scrapped it. I think they're gonna make a TV show instead, because I guess it was that fucking bad.
Yeah, I heard it was really bad. I was never a big fan of the series, so.
I haven't seen it. Well, I wonder why.
The one book series I'd like to read now. I don't know if you know this. They're actually what is the name of it? Something of the Scorched Sands. They did the first one, which was the second Maze Runner movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
They're based on the books called
With Jojen Reed. Jojen Reed's in that
Littlefinger.
movie.
Yeah.
Not Littlefinger.
Well, he's in the second one. Littlefinger's in the second movie.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know who. Fuck. Jojen Reed's in the movie.
I don't know who that is.
He's a fucking. He's that kid that traveled around with Bran.
Who's Bran?
Bran Stark. Brandon Stark. The cripple.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the kid that he can ward too, and he finds him. He's got a sister.
Oh, that guy?
That's
Okay.
Jojen. Jojen's like, I think he's the main character maybe in Maze Runner. He's in there.
Oh.
He's just a little kid-looking guy. He's 24, but he looks like he's 12.
Oh, I don't know. Why is that such a big...
Oh my fucking
Hey,
god.
that's not even a big character. Like, he's just...
He was in 2 seasons!
Yeah, and he didn't do much.
He did a lot! He got fucking murdered by skeletons. He's cool.
I find that Littlefinger's a little cooler of a character, and they put him in the second movie, like, as a big character.
That's like the creepy pedophile guy that fucking just wants to fuck. Oh my god.
He's a bigger character.
Yeah, well, he's in the beginning of The Dark Knight Rises, but you never noticed that, did you?
I did not.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that again, because I never knew.
So now we're going to save.
And then we'll go into the third floor here.
So we're going to fight a boss really soon.
Oh, boy. Maybe we can actually go back, and I might have enough to sell and actually get a sword and be prepared for that. So that's what we'll do right now. But guys, next time we're going to go ahead and go through the third dungeon, try to fight a boss. It's going to be a lot of fun, so be sure to stay tuned. We'll see you guys next time.